Hey, what's up? I'm here with Troy Saunders from Mastodon. What's up, dude?
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm 4 out of 5 stars today.
Nice, nice. What's it like being part of this festival? You're here for a heavy MTL. It's a 2-day festival. It's pretty much like every metal band that's out there right now is playing this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You know, a lot of our friends are here.
Yeah.
We just got to see High on Fire, who we've seen over 300 times.
Great band. They're fucking loud.
Yeah.
Really loud.
They like to punish and batter everywhere they go. You know, it's very reminiscent of the European festivals where it's just packed with all the bands that we've toured with off and on for years, and with all the other bands as well. We've all crossed paths at some point, so it's kind of cool and say hello to a ton of people all in one day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's like the best part of a festival vibe. It's like you get to, you know what I mean, hang out with friends, eat food, play music.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's always a massive environment, you know.
Yeah. In Quebec, like, a lot more metalheads here probably than most places. There seems to be a lot more for some reason here.
There is, and I wonder why.
I don't know.
It's cool.
Yeah, they have like a very active metal scene here. It's crazy. So I mean, of all places to play, it's like perfect, you know.
It reminds me of a German metal festival where it's just off the top.
Yeah.
Over the top, off the hook.
Off the hook, over the top, same shit.
Over the charts, off the top. You know what I mean? It's packed with. It's good to see 20,000 faces that are all supportive of heavy live music. So that's a good thing.
Well, I mean, on that topic, I mean, you know, you play a big festival like this, and I mean, you guys played small clubs. Your career has evolved. You know, now you're playing. You know, you play huge festivals. How do you connect with that dude that's like way at the back, guy with the shitty tickets?
Well, I guess you just have to hope that you have to have trust in your sound man that it sounds decent out front.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is just concentrate on playing the songs right. You know.
How important are visuals for this band? You know.
Usually visuals are very important to us, but when you get on a big festival where it's a throw and go type atmosphere with your gear, we can't bring our LED screen behind us and play our movie. You know, it's more like either hang a backdrop and let that fly, or it's just the 4 ugly white dudes on stage.
Do you have to, when you play that though, are you guys conscious of that? Like, we don't have the screen today, we got to up the performance a bit, or I mean, you guys are a technical band.
We've never been a band that really kind of moves around for the sake of trying to create the energy, because a lot of times we got a lot of riffs going on this way and a lot of lyrics going on this way, so it's a lot of the rub the belly and pat your head kind of going on.
Yeah.
We don't really have much energy or much thought to put into running around to try to amp the crowd up. We kind of let our music do the talking, and it's that simple.
Well, I mean, when you're playing bass, I mean, is it daunting, the music you guys play? Because it's especially like Crack the Sky. I mean, that album's so layered. It's a crazy album. You know, like, are you like, holy cow, how am I gonna play this? Or maybe even just writing the music. You know? Yeah,
I think when we're writing music and putting it together, that's what takes the months and months of trying to figure it all out. You get enough repetition in you, then you can play a show, you know, in your sleep or with your hands tied behind your back, so to speak.
Yeah.
But it's that initial first few months that, for me at least, takes a lot of it, nailing those patterns over and over. You know, fingering the fretboard and trying to do the lyrics. So.
Do you get? I mean, when you get to that stage where it is repetition, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing because it's more comfortable. The more we play it, the better we know the material.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little easier.
What about new music? I mean, Crack the Sky's been out for a while. Are you guys writing new stuff? Working on new stuff?
Actually, after this show kind of wraps up the past 18 months of touring Crack the Sky.
Yeah.
So after this, we'll be able to go home and hole up in our practice space and start working on ideas.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like the type of band that you guys probably wouldn't write on the road just because it's too crazy, right?
We collect ideas on the road, but we never physically put them together with each other because we're just too busy in that touring bubble.
Yeah.
So we always have to wait till we go home and actually have a proper break to kind of let that bubble explode and see where all the riffs fly out and ideas, and actually get into a room with one another and say, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Kind of bounce things off each other, and that's where it begins to grow.
How stoked are you for the Black Diamond Sky tour? Because I'm stoked.
Yeah, we're really stoked. We were going to shut down after today's show and call it a year.
You got asked.
We got that phone call, and those are 2 bands that we appreciate on many levels. So it was just too much of an honor to get that phone call, and so we had to say yes.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. I mean, both those albums, I mean, all 3 of those albums, it's going to be a great line. Like, I think that Deftones album, unbelievable.
Yeah, we're we've been big fans of Deftones and Alice in Chains forever.
Oh, I mean, even for Alice in Chains to come back with like a different vocalist, like not too many bands can do that, you know? Like
no, those guys are smart. They wouldn't have just slapped something together. And Williams, actually, their new singer is from Atlanta.
Is he?
And he's a super sweet dude. They
Did
all
you guys
are.
know him before?
I knew of him and crossed paths many years ago at various shows and whatnot, but never really befriended him until last summer when we did a handful of European festivals with them. But just to be able to see them every night and hang out with those guys, that'll be a very smooth tour.
I can't think of too many bands that have been able to do that. I mean, AC/DC is probably the most obvious, but other than that, I can't honestly think of bands that can rebound like that, you know? Like,
yeah, I can imagine how tough it would be. I hope to never be in that situation, but like I said, Alice in Chains is a very smart band, and I don't think they would have done it unless they would have done it right.
No, they did. They totally did. I have to ask about Metalocalypse.
Sure.
You guys have toured with Deathclaw. What's that like?
It was hilarious.
I wish I missed that. I mean, Converge, like, missed that tour.
Those Deathclockers they're just funny dudes, you know?
Yeah.
We were able to do some voiceovers for an episode that comes out next month, so I'm really excited to see that.
Are they doing new episodes? 'Cause, like, I'm up to the 3rd season. It's kind of, the episodes got longer, but it stopped.
Yeah.
So there's more Metalocalypse.
I know it's next month. It's August something. It's one of the new episodes, and we play a white rap rock band that opens for Deathclaw and ultimately get murdered on stage. It should be hilarious.
Nice. Who's your favorite member of Deathclaw?
Pickles. I love Pickles.
Yeah. Solid drummer.
I love the food, so if you're going to name yourself that, then I automatically love you.
I can't figure out if he's Canadian or not. He's got that, hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
hey,
I think he is. But you know, on tour it was Gene Hoglan on the drums, you know. Yeah. So that was hilarious just to put that visual with that reality.
He's back. He's back here with Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Have you guys on that note, you know, like that show's ridiculous and it's just extremely metal. What's your like most Deathclaw Metalocalypse moment, like ridiculous story? Burton told me about a spark going off on a microphone that knocked him. Like, just sort of a cartoony moment. Like, I mean, this is your life now, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be moments where you're like, this is just
surreal. I guess
surreal.
the first one that pops in my head was a Slayer tour a couple years ago. On our very first note, I got hit directly between the eyes with a sausage with spicy mustard, and I wasn't too. It kind of threw me back for a second. The mustard got my eyes and it stung a little bit. And I looked down to see what happened, and this giant sausage and bun had crumbled after hitting my face all over my pedal board.
Oh, great!
And it took me a little while to put two and two together. That's what just happened. And then I was thinking, I didn't even know they sold spicy sausages at Slayer shows.
Oh,
this was just a show.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
So I was impressed. The concession stand was offering this to the people, and I was kind of bummed for the guy who just threw his $8 wiener at me.
Did you eat it?
No.
No.
My eyes burned for a while, and then
Did you play through it? Did you play through the pain?
Oh, I always play through the pain.
Yeah.
And now it's a good story that I get to tell radio and TV and everybody around the world. So now I'm famous.
Awesome, dude. Last question.
Yeah.
When you don't want to listen to metal, you want to chill out. You want to take a break from that side of life.
Yeah.
What do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of classic country.
Oh, really?
Like Willie Nelson, George Jones, John Prine.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite. It's very real. It's authentic. It's you know, it's as metal as we could be. You know what I mean? They've lived through it all and more so. And their books are amazing to read. Like growing up doing those things that those guys did, it's amazing. So I listen to classic country a lot.
I also wanted to ask you. You guys seem like you have a sense of humor. Obviously, you've done stuff with Adult Swim. Is that important to the band to not take yourself too seriously?
Well, that's part of our individual makeup as people. We're not very serious people in general. We met on an agreement that we wanted to have this band that we took the music very seriously and write very deep, heavy music, you know, straight from our hearts and souls.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we're very much a group of goofballs, you know, just a bunch of dumbasses from Atlanta, Georgia, you know, on the personal side of it. So
that sometimes get sausages.
Yeah. And live through it and prevail.
Yeah. Awesome. Troy, thanks for your time, bro.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Cheers, man.